When you realign your energy and you get back to your center, you have the power to not only elevate your own vibration fast, but everyone around you falls into the same vibrational alignment.
Gabrielle Bernstein, a role model for spiritual seekers.
Woo, okay, welcome back to Dear Gabby, everybody. We're back in the house with Gabby and Josh. This is a G&J episode. PG&J. Podcast Gabby and Josh.
That's funny.
Oh my God, it's a PG&J episode. I start to sound like a 13-year-old girl when I'm with you. I'm like, it says sus. It said PG&J episode, but it's kind of just because I think we're having fun. Here we are. We're back in the studio. Today is all about, Josh, tee up our episode for us. What are we talking about today?
How to raise your vibration fast and manifest anything you want.
How to raise your vibration fast and manifest anything you want. It's manifesting season over here.
You took the words right out of my mouth.
It's manifesting season. The manifesting challenge is in the world, people. It is coming to you January 1st. This is my perennial event. Can you believe 150,000 people have gone through this challenge?
Nope. I mean, yes, but that's
150, more than 150,000.
That's a lot.
Nuts. Okay, crazy time. All right, so today we're going to talk about how to raise your vibration fast to manifest anything you want. Boom. Let's go.
So, I mean, bottom line is that our energy is really powerful.
Yeah, our energy is what creates. So you were with me, actually. This is an example. I'm going to give you an example of this moment. We're actually going to play the clip of this, which is such a powerful way to talk about this, where I'm at this talk, and it's the biohacking conference, my friend Dave Asprey's biohacking conference. And my girlfriend, Sheila Kelly, was like, just to give you a heads up, she spoke the day before. She's like, just to give you a heads up, like there's a weird energy in the room. It's not because the people were so high vibe and the event was high vibe. People were sitting at tables. And like, I think that I'm used to an auditorium or people sitting in chairs, and so is she. And she's like, something about the tables, people are walking around. It's like a lot, it was thousands and thousands of people. So it was like just sort of hard to contain that energy. And I went in there knowing that it could be a little bit of a weird energy, but not because of the people, because of the just setup in the room. Mm-hmm. I get on the stage, I start the talk, and I am feeling the weirdest vibes. It's not the crowd. The crowd was epic. It was something about the feng shui in the room. It was the flow of the room. It was that people were up and moving. I could see people moving. It was just a lot of people in a room. It was hard, even as a professional. I was really rocked. And I knew in that moment that I had two choices. I could choose to shift my energy and redirect this entire talk, or I could choose to stay choked up, not breathe, fake it till I make it, phone it in, do the best I could because I am a professional and I believe in what I teach. But I knew that if the energy wasn't matching my message, it wasn't going to make an impact. And so this clip right here, right now, people, is an example of how I shifted my energy in the moment. I raised my vibration fast so that I could manifest the most epic talk, a talk that really will go down in history for me, for us. Mm-hmm. Maybe not for the rest of the world, but people at the biohacking, I see people all the way. I saw you at the biohacking conference. It was amazing. That's because we shifted the energy. So let's start this clip early today.
Okay.
Let's play the clip and let's come back and we'll unpack what happened here. Let's play the clip.
You got it.
People. How are you, everyone? Oh, how's everybody feeling here? Are you feeling alive, awake, or are you hungover from your party last night? Alive and awake, a little hungover? That's fine. Just alive and awake. I know who I'm with. You guys were not drinking. You were probably like oxidizing or something. Yes. So one thing Dave forgot to mention when he introduced me was that I literally just named the title of his next book. Kind of. I mean, Dave actually said it out loud. I pulled it out of him. So that's my claim to fame now. So when you get the next Dave book, you can just say, thank you, Gabby. I'm just kidding. But yeah, it's a really good title. So get excited. I am thrilled to be in this room with humans who are in the devotional commitment of raising your vibration. Can I get a little yes for that, please? Okay. Can I get a little bit more yes for that? Like a little higher vibrational yes for that? Okay, I'm feeling you. And in that intention of raising our energetic vibration with whatever it is that you're here and you're into and you're doing and you're activating and you're biohacking and biohacking and biohacking, all that we are here to create physically and emotionally and spiritually is not only in the devotion of our day-to-day good, but in the devotion of the greater good. Yes, I've got a person in the front here. It's like definitely my hype girl, and I'm really grateful that you're here. And I've been on this journey in my own personal growth and spiritual development where I have been, for the past 20 years, growing and developing and expanding my inner connection to self. Growing and expanding and unlearning. It's been a journey of unlearning fear and remembering the love and the light of who I am. And so many of us think that when we can just make something happen or change that thing or fix that outside circumstance, then we're going to be in the energy that we want to be putting forth. But truly, it's an undoing of all of the beliefs and the blocks that have been in the way of the presence of that greatness that's already here. And you heard a lot of that last night when Joe was up here on the stage. He said, it's already in us. The wellness, the well-being, the health, the cellular functioning, the brain capacity, it's all within us. But oftentimes we can get into a state where we think that we have to be out there to get it. It's actually something that we have to return to. And I've been really focused on that returning and that returning. And most recently, I noticed... Actually, I'm going to call something out right now. Can I just say something? I'm going to stop my talk and say something. I'm in this room, and I'm feeling such an energy in this room with all these different tables. And Sheila Kelly warned me. She said, it's very weird energy with these tables. And I was like, okay, let me just prepare myself. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to actually ask you all to just join me and close your eyes for a moment. I'm stopping my talk. I'm stopping myself in my tracks. I'd like to own the energy in this room with you right now. If everyone that's walking could find a seat wherever you are. I'd like to ground the energy in the room. Please place your hand on your heart if you feel called. Center into the presence inside of yourself. Just notice how you feel right now. The speaker just abruptly stopped her talk to tune in. Notice any thoughts or sensations that are moving through you. Notice any feelings that might be up right now. Yeah, take a deep breath, my loves. Take a deep, deep breath. Breathe in into your heart. And on the exhale, let it go. Take another deep breath in and let that go. Maybe we can dim the lights in the room if it's possible, and if it's not, that's okay. But let's create a container here with which our energy is interconnected and aligned, and we're in a container of transformation. The meditative state that Joe was talking about yesterday is real, and we can access it in this room now. And it has to begin with this shared intention. So if you're with me, biohackers, center into that intention now to get into alignment with the powerful presence of the energy in this room that has the capacity to transcend our limiting beliefs, transcend our fears, transcend our energy, and give us a presence of ease, a presence of grace, a presence of knowing, a presence of our super attractor power. Are you ready for that, biohackers? Take a deep breath in and breathe into that space in your body where that energy lives. And on the exhale, let it go. Take another deep, deep breath in and feel into the presence that's shifted in this room, because I can feel it now, my friends. Feel the shift of the energy in the room and breathe that in. And let that go. And take one more deep breath in and breathe into your heart what it is that you want to call into your life here today. Bring it in. Hold it for a moment. And on the exhale, let it go. And when you're ready, open your eyes. Are you with me now? We're back, people. Okay, here we go. Okay, what I just did right there was exactly what I'm here to talk to you about. Realignment. Realignment. Here's my talk outline. My talk outline, okay? Here we are, realignment. This is what we're here to talk about. I'm in this room. I walk in. Sheila tells me, warn yourself. She's like, warn yourself. I'm warning you. It's a little bit of a weird energy, and I'm feeling like, oh, I'll be fine, Sheila. Don't worry. I come out, and I'm like, Sheila was right. And it's not the energy of the group. It's maybe the setup of the room, that the lights were up, whatever. But I was feeling disconnected. And I'm sure you noticed, or maybe you didn't because I'm a professional, but maybe you noticed. And I'm feeling that energy. I'm not feeling connected to you. And so what do I do with an audience of thousands of people and a microphone in my hand and lights on my face? I say, you know what, people? Let's choose again. Let's realign right here, right now. Right? 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 In the back, can I hear you? Yes. And how much better do you feel right now? I feel it. I see a man right here shaking his head. Yeah, I feel it. Your presence is your power. When you are in alignment with the presence of your power, anything is possible. When you're in alignment with the presence of your power, you can throw your outline on the floor and say, F it, and move back into alignment and trust that whatever comes through is going to be exactly what is of the highest good for all. You with me?
So
You were in the room that day.
Well,
you were backstage.
No, I was actually, by that point, I was out in the auditorium because I was trying to take pictures and stuff. And
were you having a panic attack?
Panic attack. I'm like, no, what? I mean, I could tell immediately. There was also, it was kind of a hectic energy backstage. Remember, like, you were in hair and makeup, and then they're like, oh, you have 10 minutes. And then they're like, where is she? We need her now.
That was another part of this. I got thrown on really quickly.
Right, because you went to the bathroom and they're like, no, we need her now. And
That's
so
right.
like, it started really hectic, and that made me anxious. And then when I went out, I could tell, like, okay, this is, I can tell when you're on your game, and I don't know if anybody else could, but like, I'm watching you closely, and
You're like shared arm. Yeah, exactly.
and then you stopped, and it took my breath away, but then I was like, absolutely the right move.
I stopped the talk. I stopped my talk. I was like, I'm going to stop right now. And I did it from an energy of self. I did it from self energy, which I talked about in the talk. I gave it my all because I had the courage in that moment to know that if I didn't have the energy behind the message, that I would spend the next hour and a half on that stage just choking. And it's not that the talk wouldn't have been great. It's not that people wouldn't have walked home with a message. It's that I wouldn't have given them the gifts that they really deserve, which is not my words. It's my energy.
One of the things I do want to say is, like, you also changed the energy of the people in the room.
The vibration of that room shifted in seconds. When you realign your energy and you get back to your center, you have the power to not only elevate your own vibration fast, but everyone around you falls into the same vibrational alignment, because our energy is a magnetic field. And we totally underestimate this. We think, well, if I say all the right things or if I do all the right actions, then it'll be fine. Nope, not true. Forget what you say, forget what you do. Of course, we want to, say things eloquently or do things properly or do things, within a realm of decency. But what we bring to the table most is the energy. So think about the times in your life where you feel like you're not breathing. If you're at a work event and you hate socializing, or you're maybe on a date and you're holding your breath, that's a sign that you're not in alignment with the magnetic energy that manifests. Notice the times in your life when you're overthinking or you're trying to come up with the right thing to say, but you're not letting your thoughts flow naturally. And you don't feel like you're at ease like you might with your friends. You're like overthinking, you're controlling, you're trying to present something, be something. That's when you're not aligned with your magnetic energy. That's when you're forcing something. Think about the times in your life when you're pushing or controlling. That is another sign that you're not in alignment with your magnetic energy, with your power energy. And so these are cues to notice, I'm not in alignment right now. What can I do to come back to that center? Now, here are some examples of what you can do to get back to center.
You beat
Here
me
we
to
go.
it.
Beat you to it. The ways that we get back into alignment with our magnetic energy are breath. Number one, breath. So if you're, even in this moment, we have been doing a lot today. We've been bouncing around all over the place. I did my own makeup this morning. It's a big, hectic day. Set up the lights together. It's a big day. I keep checking myself as we talk, and I keep pacing with my breath. And right in this moment, if you can see, I'm yawning a little bit. That's a really good thing because it means I actually took a real belly breath. And so if I bring myself back into my breath right now, and I slow it down a little bit, and I start to look you more closely in the eye, I'm wondering if you, the listener, feel a little bit more calm in my presence right now. And if you just take a breath with me, and together we take a breath, do you feel a bit more connected? Josh, do you feel a little bit more connected to me in this moment?
I do.
In seconds, through my breath, I was able to shift my focus, my attention, my energy. My blood starts to flow more creative ideas can come to me. I started yawning. I'll do it again. Oh, make you yawn a little. These are all signs that I'm back in my center. I'm connected to my presence and my breath is on. My power is back because my power isn't in how perfect the words are. My power is not in what I'm saying or what I'm doing. My power is in my presence. And so through our breath, we can find that presence again. Another way to get back into alignment fast is to stop, right? So stop yourself in your tracks, a pause, right? In the middle of my live talk in front of thousands of biohackers, I was like, I gotta stop, people. I'm taking a break here. We're gonna pause. I'm gonna realign. Let's say a prayer. Let's get back into alignment. Let's do this differently. And so that pause can be as simple as if you're at a date, I'm going to go run to the bathroom, or if you're in the middle of a meeting and you are not liking the energy that you're bringing, you can just pause and just ask a question. I did that yesterday. I was sort of aggressive on a call, which is a typical thing, as you guys know, on my team. And I'm working on that. And I was like, okay, Gabby, you can't get off the call right now, but you can stop and you can become curious. And so I said, okay, I'm going to stop talking. What do you guys think about this? And it took the energy off of me. It gave me a moment to recalibrate. I could reset the stage for this call and everybody could feel a little bit more centered. So a pause is another way to get back into alignment. And sometimes you can use your bathroom break or your iPhone. I'm going to get a text. I need to take a pause, whatever it might be. Pause and come back. And then another one is prayer. So in the moment, if you're on that date and you're freaking out, and you're not in your high vibration energy and you're not manifesting what you want, you can just silently say a prayer. Thank you, universe, for taking this fear from me and transforming it. Because usually it's fear that's blocking us from being in that alignment. Or it's fear, but even in the case of me on stage, it's just could be the room. It could be the lights. It could be the energy. It could be that, I was with Wolf. We were recording yesterday and Wolf was sitting right behind me and he was just like moving his mouse around. And I was like, Wolf, can you just stop moving your mouse around? And Wolf and I are like brother and sister at this point. And I'm like, Wolf, can you stop moving your mouse around? And he stopped. And I was like, okay, I'm back. I knew we could cut that out. And even if we couldn't, I was like, let's leave it in because the mouse is in my ear, right? It's noticing what's taking you out energetically and making adjustments to get back into alignment. And the more authentic you are about it, the easier it is.
I think I know for me, that's what I strive for every day. Like, because it makes me better, right? I just feel like, we have this mutual friend and you tell the story about in LA and she did something silly and made fun of somebody and then she didn't feel like she really wanted to be that. And I feel that way a lot, like not a lot, but like I can relate to that because I don't
tell that story actually. That's a great story. So Josh and I have this mutual friend and she came to us and she was like saying something ridiculous about somebody on social media.
Making fun of somebody.
She was just making fun of somebody, but it wasn't like she's mean or she's just like doing what we all do, which is like just a little moment of gossip. And I fell into it and I was like, oh my God, that's so funny. And we were just sort of gossiping. She comes back to me an hour later and she's like, you know what, Gabby, that did not feel good. It's not in alignment with the energy I want to bring. It's not my magnetic energy. I just want to make just call it out and just say that was not in my highest vibration and I'd like to take it back. And I was like, that's the work, sister. That's the work. Because it's not that you're going to say all the right things or have all the right energy, but it's your comeback rate. How quickly can you come back into the energy of alignment, the energy of creativity, the energy of love, the energy of connectedness, the energy of service, the energy of the universe? And you're going to fall out all damn day. But how can you come back? And I've been doing this a lot, being in relationship, right? With your husband, my husband, we have anyone that's in marriage or any kind of partnership or even a business partnership, those relationships kick up a lot of our triggers. And if we can get triggered and then just ride the momentum of that trigger, and we can just push it, and just stay stuck in that momentum. Or we can breathe, pause, pray, right? Take a beat, pause, and pray. And I've been doing that a lot with Zach. I'd be like, take a breath, say, I want a break, like time out, let's take a break. I learned this from Dick Schwartz. He said he and his wife will do a timeout. Step away, check in with your parts, like I'll teach you in my new book, Self-Help. 4-step process, check in with the part of you that's activated, and then say a prayer. Help me unorganize this. Help me get back to center. I did that yesterday, and you know what? The pause was an 18-hour pause. We paused through the night. I went to dinner. We came back. I said, let's just wake up and see what happens tomorrow. We woke up in the morning, and Zach's like, come here, give me a hug. And we started feeling better, and we were able to get back on track. We weren't forcing the shift. We were letting the energy change. And so you can raise your vibration much faster. And even that 18 hours could have been 18 days, maybe 6 years ago, right? You can raise your vibration much faster when you practice witnessing your energy, pausing, praying, coming back to your center.
Yeah. I mean, in the scheme of things, it's relatively simple, right? But if you can teach yourself that, that's really profound.
Totally. And energy is such a huge part of the manifesting challenge. There's so many days about recalibrating your energy. There's meditations for changing your energy. There's practices for taking your desires and burying them. It's the really cool stuff that we do in the challenge that takes all that pressure off, takes that fear and alchemizes that fear and puts us back into that mindset and that energetic frame of mind and that energetic presence to be the super attractors that we are. Because when we shift our energy fast and our vibration elevates, that's when we begin to manifest anything we want.
One of the things you say is do less and attract more.
Mm-hmm. There's a few tips on how to raise your vibration fast and manifest anything that you want. Here we go. The first one is to do less and attract more. When we're in an energy of doing, we're forcing, we're controlling, we're trying to make something happen. We are in a thirsty energy. That is not attractive. That is not a manifesting power. So don't think that all the doing is going to attract your desires. And I see this a lot. I see this with people who are building businesses. I see this with people who are on dating apps. They'll be like, well, I'm going to swipe 1,000 times, or I'm going to text that guy back 15 more times. Or the obsessing and the controlling and the overdoing is actually in the way of the allowing. And so doing less and attracting more means that it doesn't mean that we don't take action. It just means that we notice when we're overdoing it, when we're trying to control an outcome, when we're trying to force the universe to make things happen. And we take a beat, we take a breath, we pause, and we do nothing and let the universe show us what to do. So the next time you notice yourself overdoing it, trying to control an outcome, trying to force something into being, know that that is not in alignment with your super attractor power. It is not a high vibration. Stop, pause, and say that prayer to yourself. I am willing to do nothing and let the universe show me what to do.
That's so good. In fact, one of the things we could do is do something that brings us joy.
Yes, definitely. So another way to raise your vibration fast to manifest anything you want is to do something that brings you joy. Now, you might be thinking, okay, you sound like every other TikTok manifesting girl out there. Okay, no. I'm a 45-year-old woman. I'm a metaphysician. I spent 20 years focusing my life and my career with 10 books, #1 New York Times bestseller, The Universe Has Your Back, on the topic of manifesting. So I'm going to say this to you in a way that is fully, fully supported. Okay? Here we go. When you align your energy with what brings you joy, you become a magnet for what you desire. Simply put, let's say you're in a bad mood. That bad mood starts to spiral. You start to get into a negative thought form. That negative thought becomes a belief that starts to create your reality. What is something that you can do in that moment to redirect that negative energy and get back into the flow of your high vibration? Do one small thing that brings you joy. For me, cook a meal. Instant joy. If I just focus on a recipe and I start to cook a meal, I redirect my energy. What else brings me joy? Calling a dear friend, going for a walk with a friend. I was in a really mood the other day and I called my girlfriend and I was like, do you want to just go for a walk? We're walking, we're moving, we're talking, we're releasing the negative stagnant energy. I'm back into my joy. These simple adjustments redirect your frequency. And the more you add these joyful adjustments throughout your day, the more you attune your energy with the vibrational frequency of the universe, the more aligned you are with what it is that you want to attract, and the more effortless it becomes to attract those desires. Period. Trust me.
You also say that we need to clear space for our prayers.
Another powerful way to get back into that high vibration is to say a prayer. We often underestimate the power of prayer. Prayer could also be just an intention. If you don't like the word prayer, call it intention. Call it whatever you want. But setting the intention to release whatever is out of alignment and step back into that alignment. So a prayer, a very simple prayer to get your vibration raised in the moment, is to say, thank you, universe, for releasing this negative belief from me and help me see this through the lens of love. Help me release this. Thank you, universe, for helping me release this fear-based belief and seeing it through the lens of love. When we choose to see a situation through the lens of love, through a prayer, we temporarily remove all that disbelief and suspend that disbelief and come back to the truth, which is that the loving perspective is always possible. When we choose to see through the lens of love, we open up creative possibilities. We open the door for an energy shift inside of us. We open up that to the possibility for wild synchronicities. Maybe a book falls off the shelf or you get a text message from a friend. So a simple prayer can open you up to receive the guidance that you need to realign your thoughts back to joy, back to love, and back to the frequency of the universe.
Can you give us like 3 affirmations to raise our vibration?
Oh my God, yes, I can. Okay. And then there are 3 powerful affirmations that can raise your vibration fast, and these will help you manifest. Here we go. I can let go and trust that everything is working out for me. The universe has a far better plan than I do. I am worthy of everything that I desire. Take one of those affirmations, put it on repeat, rinse and repeat, rinse and repeat. Raise your vibration fast, manifest your dreams. If you want more tips like this, join me for my 21-day manifesting challenge. Just click the link in my description. It will rock your world. And if you like this video, leave a comment below and subscribe to this channel. There's much more where this came from.
You know what I love about this episode today is that I can walk away with literally with tangible things to work on.
These just little shifts, Josh, can change our energy. They can raise our vibration fast. And in those little momentary miracles, those miraculous little moments and those little shifts, we have the power to recalibrate our energy, get back to center, realign with the presence of the universe, and manifest our wildest dreams. I want to take everybody on that journey with me, be one of the 150,000 people who went through this challenge. Join me for the 21-day manifesting challenge. People, do not miss it. DearGabby.com/manifesting challenge. I can't wait to see you in there. The sooner you get in, there's a little bit of prep work you can get if you get in early. So go to DearGabby.com/manifesting challenge. I live for this conversation. My vibration's very high, and I know yours is too. We've been like really high vibe today.
We have.
Yeah. We are definitely manifesting our dreams in this moment.
I think so. Well, it's definitely my dream for sure. So
yeah, well, my dream too. My dream is you.
You're so
I love
sweet.
you so much. Josh and Gabby, PG and J episodes. We are going to be back. We love you guys. Leave us a Leave us a review, subscribe to our podcast. We love you. Bye. If you like this video and you want to get more Gabby, check out the next one right over here.